So we had a new week, new shizzle this. So weather change. Does weather change mean? Oh yeah, Ignis. I don't even know how to describe it this moment in time. So Saturday, no Sunday, ran alive. So I said we'd arranged to go to Costa because my dad got cheap, like the autumn, winter stuff, because he got a coffee on Friday. So he was going to treat me. But we said we'd go at 11. Plans, eh? We said we'd go at 11 because my dad likes to watch sport in the afternoon, and I wanted to do a makeup look in the afternoon, but I was up early, so I was like, do you know what? I'll crack on, do it, take pictures and shizzle. Now, shizzle's the word this week because it saved me looking for the right word. So I said that to him. I said, I'm doing my makeup first, I'll take it off and then we'll go to Costa. So it might be nearer 12. So my dad always gets up late on a Sunday, so he was like, that's fine. I just won't rush. So I'm doing it. Halloween creative look, full face of craziness. Like, my dad to go knock on my door, and I'm like, dude, I'm not finished. And I'm like, I'm not looking up at you because I'm like halfway through. And he's like, we looked out your window today. I'm like, no. And he's like, do you know CSI are outside? I'm like, what, like crime investigation team? He's like, yeah. I'm like, no. And we've got new names that way. I said new, it'd been about 2 months. The walls are thin. So, it's carnage. And she works until like late in the evening. So, we always hear stuff throughout the night. But you know when you hear stuff throughout the night, but you never actually know what time it is to put in order, evacuation and stuff. Saturday night was really noisy. Like, heard a bit, then it went quiet for a bit, and then like a banging noise. But both me and my dad were like half, so we didn't actually get up and. So anyway, I'm like, no. So they were there, they were in and out of the house, came back out with cameras and stuff, and I'm like, shit. They've got 2 dogs now. Like I say, they first moved in when I had COVID, so end of July, beginning of August. So I was like, I'm not actually, I'd seen him walking in and out of the house, but I'd not actually had anything to do with him. And so I was like, what's happened? I don't have a clue. Now, neighbour that way is like neighbourhood watch, nosy shit. Everyone has a nosy shit on the street. So the crime investigation team came out and he was talking to him. So I went and opened my window, but didn't actually catch what was being said. But me and my dad had kind of put 2 and 2 together by now. So anyway, carry on with this Halloween look. The next bit to this story is funny, but it's not funny. So carried on. I then did like a half and half Halloween look. And I was literally said to my dad, I'm dressed, I just need to take this makeup off now, and then we can go. So I've literally stood over the sink, literally got the cleanser, everything out. And then there's a knock at the door, and I'm like, oh my God. So my dad's half dressed. I'm like looking like chuffing Halloween Central. So my dad went to answer the door, legged it downstairs, and it weren't the police. They'd gone. But it was the guy from next door, as in where the police had been. So my dad's spoken to before. He's what remembered his missus's name, but not his name. Coincidental or what? So he came in. My dad's like, "Come in, mate. We'll sit and have a chat." My dad's not one for a chat, so that was I was like, but obviously he knew circumstances had gone down, and this guy looked pale as he hadn't slept. His missus had had an hour. How she had an hour, I don't know. They're younger than me. So I walked downstairs thinking I don't want to be ignorant. I also don't want to scare him senseless. So I walked downstairs. Before I walked in our front room, because you have the front door there, then there's like the bottom of the stairs bit there. So the stairs are there, bottom of the stairs, and then you walk into the room. So I stood at the bottom of the stairs and I'm like, "I'm really sorry. I'm a makeup artist. Lying through my back teeth at this point, but never mind. And I've been practicing Halloween looks." So I walked in like that. And I'm like, "I'm really sorry." And he's like, "It's fine, it's not your fault." So I knew I didn't look at this guy hardly for the 10-15 minutes we were talking, and he talked us through it all and everything. I think he's aware now that we hear more than they think we hear. Because things have been a lot quieter since. So anyway, and he's telling us everything and how they got in, where they got in, or where they think they got in, what they used, how the dogs are, because they got one of the dogs after they moved in here. So one of the dogs has only been living in the house too much, and it's a yappy thing. It's a small yappy thing. And they've got a collie who's silent. We heard no unusual barking, none at all. Because the big collie is just silent. Don't actually know it's there. If we hadn't seen it, we wouldn't know it's there. So we're talking away. And they've not took all the big valuable things. They just wanted cash. But they've took her designer jewellery. Anyway. I don't know what the poor lad wanted us to do. I just said to anything, we can do anything at all. I'm like, "We're going out in a bit. Do you need anything from the shops? Do you need..." And he's like, "No, we're good." He had his family round. So the banging we heard at 3-4 o'clock was him and his dad, like, putting wood over the back window, which is where they got in. But yeah. So that was our Sunday morning. And my dad's well enough to go back. He went back to my sister's because my sister had an appointment at the hospital yesterday, which apparently was a waste of time. Yeah, I don't even know how I'm functioning. So yesterday, I took the advantage of having a silent house. I washed over 30 brushes. No, more than 30 brushes. It messed my back up. But yeah. Now, contemplating. No, I am going on date 3 tomorrow. But he gets it. We organised it last night to go in for work. But he still said, "If you wake up on Wednesday morning, I feel like it, there's no pressure. Don't worry." But I think it'll do me good to get out of the house. So yeah, today I've got a house inspection at 3. But if I go out tomorrow, I need to do some of this hair. So yeah, and one Thursday I've got to go to my hair beauty salon for some patch tests because I want to say I'm having a makeover in December, but I don't want to say that in case it doesn't go plan. But yeah, I'm having a pamper day for my birthday. I need to get up before I do refill the tablet box. Need to get up. Do what you call it. Oh my days. Get showered even now. I can't raise my arms above there. So I don't know how this is going to go. But I can't be waiting till my dad gets back to that because he's down in Nottingham today, so that could be as late as, I think he's training it as well. That could be late as 6, 7. Oh, I don't know how this is going to go. But we will try. There's only one way to do it. Like I said, then the house inspection at 3 this afternoon. It's okay. But yeah. That's how this week's going so far. I don't think I've got anything Thursday, Friday. I've got one creative look I must conquer this week. I don't know how it's gonna. I don't know yet. It's gonna happen somewhere or another, but we will find out. So I thought I'd do an update as I'm not fully cleansing my thingy with Bob. I'm just about to do a creative look. It's Thursday already, like she's on my bizzle. Right, so I don't actually know who's watching these anymore. People are still interested in my life. Pretty tedious life. So, as if you have watched my previous ones, you will know life is going in a positive swing at the moment. Like, now, I don't normally mention, I haven't mentioned my personal life really too much because I don't want to jinx things. But I think it's past jinxing now. And if it isn't, shizzle my bizzle. So before, I need to tell some people because I know some people will get paid if they see it on here first. So, but yes. So I have mentioned on the previous ones about a date day, a date here and there. So yesterday, as in Wednesday, we went on. Now this is like new territory to me, like scary ass territory, as in my last 3 exes, 4 exes, I am not a serial dater. Well, a serial. It's just, I got unfortunate. So anyway, they've all been like quick jumping relationships kind of thing. Now, that is me. That's my comfort zone. Because of how my fast has been, and those who know me know what it's like. I have divorce bits on here. Know that it's not been a nice one. And I've been messed about, I've been used, all sorts.
So now I find it hard, and I've realised this recently, as in like the past couple of weeks. I find it hard to recognise when people like me for me rather than just being someone that they can take advantage of or whatever. I don't mean take advantage in a sexual way. I just mean as a person or other in that way. Like my last serious sex confirmed when we split up that his initial intention, wasn't to be like that and take advantage, but that's how it started, and he didn't know how to get out of it. Got out of it all right when a woman there, but hey ho. Anyway, digressing. Sure, I've got some kind of neurodivergent going on, but it's really hard for me to like distinguish that. To the point of I need even confirmation from friends, like a hell of a lot of reassurance, validation, whatever you want to call it. It's not a nice itch. Anyway, digressing. So yeah, third date went on yesterday really well. Really relaxed date actually. Really relaxed. I chose it this time because last week I was like, my friend said this to me last night. She was like, I'm sure you said last week, not having a week off, having a week off. I was like, yes, I did. But it's like the opportunity to get me out of the house. Not that I'm using that I can get out of the house anytime. I'm not imprisoned here. But it gives me that kick. But it's also a nice thing. And it's literally like a breath of fresh air. It's like no thing is. Anyway, so I chose just a coffee shop, cakes. And that's what, and it was just so, I actually went in like skinny jeans that are baggy now because girls losing weight unintentionally. Brilliant. And the biggest, baggiest top you've ever seen from Shein. I got a size bigger than I thought I was. Yeah. Girls bloated at the moment, and it was still way too big than I tucked it up inside. So yeah. But yeah, I made it so it didn't look out of place. So yeah, and then I'd like to say I walked through the park, but we didn't get far at all because Cripple Art's here. Potentially could do stuff, really can't. Oh, you gotta laugh. So he attempted the park, and then I saw two benches, one there and another half meter and another one. And I just said to him, can we sit on that bench? And he's like, yeah, of course we can. He's like, you still good? I was like, yeah. Now he's very understanding and has sat and listened to everything. Fibro Wise has done his research on fibro. And I was talking about the epilepsy thing, and he's like, I need to read up on this epilepsy. And I was like, things like that just melt me. I'm gone. I did say to him, although it's a thing, it's not a thing to the point of it's very well controlled at the moment to like one a year. But he did say that he wants to read up on it just in case, because he knows that if he saw me having one, he'd be scared. Now this is one of the reasons why I'm open about my conditions, because of situations like this. Ifs and buts and coconuts and all that jazz. You never know. I never know when I'm going to have a flare or a pain attack or whatever. Now, even walking, him support me or whatever, be with a crutch on the other. I was in agony yesterday. Not agony as in I couldn't do it, but like, okay, major discomfort. And I have talked about it last week, massive pain in my shoulders. But I can't do it without a crutch. But having a crutch causes more pain in my shoulders and arms. Now, he learnt from last week when we went to a posh cafe. I'm a greasy spoon kind of girl. And they had the loose teapots. So you have to hold the lid and pour at the same time. Now, those who have followed me for ages, and I will do a short video on this at some point, will know that I have shakes constantly. It's a thing. It's fashionable with my body. It's just, we love it. So anyway, last week, he was like, and the handle was really small, so I couldn't even get all my hand in to support it. So, last week I was like, oh my God, what on earth is this contraption? Tea bags were invented for a reason. Anyway, so I was just like that, and he saw me shaking, and I tried lifting it, and that's as far as we got, and I put it back down, and I was like, do you mind? He's like, no, of course I don't. So we went to Costa yesterday, where they use tea bags. The little things make a lot of difference. Now, I ain't asking for help. The teapots in Costa are better. Well done, Costa. But yeah, so I had a cup of tea because they didn't have any maple and hazelnut at all in any drink. No, I don't like coffee, so I was short of choice and I wanted hot drinks. So I had teapot tea. Now, I was swirling it around, making sure it was strong enough, yada, yada, yada. And I looked at the teapot, got ready to hold it. And he went, do you want me to do that? Now, to me, like to anyone else, that's like, because it's condescending, that you're not able to do it, yada, 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 or judgmental, whatever. To me, that was like, I am butter. I am melted butter. So to me, I was just like, he's noticed. Already, this guy has noticed what I struggle with, has took it in, whether I've said it, whether he's seen it, whatever state, he's took it in. And he's giving me the option. I have said once that I struggle asking for help. So yeah, I know I'm gleaming. Shh, no one's saying shh. But yeah, so, and I actually managed to do it, but I forgot to get sugar. That's another thing. And I was like, you know when you sat down, you crutch, take your big coat, winter coat off, take your bag off. 6 sachets of sugar I wanted. And I was like, oh, I'll have to go and get sugar now. I just said it like that. Well, it were off. It were off. I literally had to shout across Costa, get me 6th place. Never even had to ask him to do it. Now, yeah, gentlemen. That's a kind of thing. We're not comparing him to my dad at all, but that's the kind of thing my dad would have done after years of doing Costa trips with me, seeing me shake. Like I've had a tea before in Costa, and my dad's not offered to pour it for me. Not even said, do you want me to do it? So, and I know you're all thinking, that's human stuff. Yes, it is human stuff, but you'll be amazed how many people don't take up on these things. And for someone with chronic illnesses, it makes massive change not to have to, the help is offered to you. And it was just, yeah. So anyway, I'm on cloud 9 at the moment. I will stop boring you all. But yeah, so that's what's happening. Apparently, date number 4 next week. Yeah. So you all know the Simon story. Yeah, we spoke about that yesterday. We spoke about my feelings and how I don't recognise when people really like me. Because he says, well, you know how I feel about you. And I'm like, actually, I don't. I have a feeling. But all I kept saying is, I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a mind reader. Yes, I am that person that needs spelling out to me. Yes, I have friends that have to tell me how amazing I am because I don't believe it myself because I've been so shitly treated. And I am that person. So yeah, it's a learning curve for me to have to accept that actually people like me for me and not what I can do for them or what I can give them. That's a new concept. A hell of a new concept. And one I'm having to get used to. That's like, so anyway, today, the reason I'm sat at this desk, I'm not sat on my bed or laid down. My dad's working downstairs, which I told him he could do, because yesterday I went out and he was finishing early, so by the time I got back, he'd be getting my nephew from school. So he's all his computer stuff with downstairs, and I'm doing a creative look now. We are just about to start, or I hope we are. Secretly dreading it, but it's an important awareness look, so I need all that jazz to do it. But also, it's really cold in our loft. So I says to my dad, work downstairs tomorrow. He doesn't work Fridays, so this is his last day. If I'm not doing makeup, I've got tons of work to do. So, and this room needs blitzing like there's no tomorrow. And then tomorrow, I'm a very, no, this is the side people don't know about me. Spiritual kind of thing. But I just get like messages or shit where it's an impulse. Like I got one yesterday where it was like, you need to go and see your grandma. Yes, I haven't been for a while. I'm in a better headspace now. So we are acting on that, and I'm going with my dad tomorrow to see my grandma, see what the shizzle is. I get scared because she's 96 next year. So yeah, that's the plan. And then probably pay for it all at the weekend. Well, we will see.
Oh, this is going to be a quick one because we haven't got much memory left. And so, yes. Thursday I did 2 makeup looks. Yesterday I want to say calling, but it's not. No one phoned me up. I need to go to my grandma this week, so I went yesterday. So yesterday I left the house at 10:30. Got back about 4:00. After being out Wednesday as well, after doing 2 makeup looks on Thursday. My dad thinks he's a rally driver, so he was just driving like there wasn't a care in the world, like there wasn't a disabled person sat next to him who felt every bump at like 200% higher than what he felt it. It's like, well, if they went pat holes in their own. If you weren't going at stupid room, country road, so there was no cameras, so it didn't matter. So, and I think, just to top it all off, we might be having a cluster migraine kind of sesh. But mine aren't affected by chronic migraine, or both. Mine aren't affected by light. It's just headaches round here. And sound. But this eye, as you can tell, is solid. It's not my friend. But I've also come off my hay fever tablets that I take. I start in February, March, and take them all the way through the summer. So I'm a bit runny nosy. So, but yeah, tired. I spoke to my mum last night when well, last night, and then did the day for the box, and I'm like, oh, which we need to sort out and tell my customer I've got hers. But yeah, today's just not a day. Date number 4. Like, what is this? What is this? Who am I? Number 4 is next week. But apparently it's all good news, but apparently he's got something to tell me. You guys know me. Anxiety went, pa-ching! This was like the evening or the day after of our last day. So I was like, oh. Man, I'm telling you. But he's not good at showing his emotions, and I don't know. So I'm trying to ignore that's the fact that's the shizzle. Because if that's the shizzle, but it's good, and everyone else said to good. If he says it's good, it's good. But yeah, but people say stuff that they don't mean constantly. So yeah, we're just gonna. I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. What I do know is that it's happening on Tuesday. So I think I'm on rest until then. And then I think Thursday I'm going to attempt to either get... My dad's took half a day, but he's got a meeting in the afternoon. So I think if I try and get him to take me to the salon... Don't ask. Then he can watch it. Then I can make my own way back. Crutches, sunflower lanyards, and a bit of Dutch cottage. Last time I did it, it was a time when a bus driver mouthed off at me because I had to get 2 buses back, and he says that I didn't need my crutches. Now I know. I tried it out yesterday. Now I know I do need my crutches to work because I tried the day without crutches yesterday. It's not a vibe. Even in Tesco's, when I tried to use the trolley instead of a crutch. I don't know what to do with myself. So today I've got delivery 12:02. It is now just got 11 o'clock. So we need to get a shimmy on at some point soon. I haven't eaten yet. I had a cup of tea yet. Took my tablets. So we're winning. We're sat up and we've took tablets. So yeah. But I'm going to take my shoulder neck back massager downstairs, and we are just going to sit on the sofa, taking both phones with me so I can kind of do some work if this migraine does. I don't know. And then we will go from there and see what shizzle we can get done today. got some migraine strips as well, and I've got some migraine relief. So we might just take the full caboodle today and see what happens. If we make it till tea time, we're winning.